By the end of this video, you're going to know 5 different ways to discipline your teenager. If it feels like they've been disrespectful lately, this is the video for you. We're talking about real strategies that work. No more yelling, no more frustration, just results. Let's do this. All right, first things first, we gotta talk about boundaries. Boundaries are essential in any relationship, but they're especially crucial when it comes to parenting teenagers. They help create a sense of structure and security. Think of boundaries like the rules of the game. Just like in any game, rules provide a framework that ensures everyone knows what to expect and how to behave. If you don't know the rules, how can you play? It's the same with life. Teenagers need clear guidelines to understand what is acceptable and what isn't. They need to know exactly what you expect from them. Clear expectations help them feel more secure and confident in their actions. Specificity is key because it leaves no room for ambiguity. When boundaries are clear and specific, teenagers are less likely to test them or push the limits. For example, no phones at the dinner table. This rule helps ensure that family time is respected and that everyone is present and engaged during meals. Clean your room every Saturday morning. This boundary teaches responsibility and the importance of maintaining a clean and organized living space. Let me know if you're going to be home late. This boundary is about safety and communication. Write these boundaries down, make them visible, maybe even put them on the fridge. Having a visual reminder of the boundaries helps reinforce them. The key here is clarity. Your teenager needs to know exactly what's expected of them. Clear communication is essential in setting and maintaining boundaries. And don't forget about consequences. What happens if they break a boundary? Consequences are an important part of enforcing boundaries. This is where you gotta be firm. It could be anything from losing phone privileges for a day. Consistency is key when it comes to enforcing consequences. To missing out on a fun activity. Missing out on something they enjoy can be a powerful motivator for teenagers to adhere to the boundaries. The important thing is to have consequences in place and, more importantly, to enforce them consistently. Consistency builds trust and respect. Let's talk about consistency because this is where a lot of parents slip up. You can't set boundaries one day and then forget about them the next. You gotta be like a rock, solid and unwavering. Think of it like this. Every time you don't enforce a consequence, you're basically telling your teenager that the rules don't really matter. And trust me, they'll pick up on that faster than you can say Fortnite. Consistency shows your teenager that you're serious about the boundaries you've set. It builds trust and respect, even if they don't always show it. Remember, we're not just trying to control our teenagers here. We're teaching them responsibility, self-discipline, and respect for themselves and others. Catch them being good. Parenting is challenging but rewarding. Positive reinforcement is key. Catch your teenager being good and acknowledge it. Did they clean their room? Praise them. Small rewards encourage positive behavior. Celebrations don't have to be extravagant. Focus on the positive to reinforce good behaviors. Open communication builds trust and understanding. Quality time strengthens your relationship. Set goals and celebrate achievements. Create a supportive environment for lasting trust and love. Communication is king. All right, let's get real for a second. Communication is the cornerstone of any relationship, but it's especially crucial when it comes to parenting teenagers. Teenagers can be tough to talk to. They're navigating a complex world of emotions, social pressures, and academic challenges. They're going through a lot of changes, both physically and emotionally. Hormones are raging, and their brains are still developing. But that's exactly why communication is more important than ever. It's a lifeline that can help them make sense of their world. And I'm not talking about lectures or interrogations. Those can often push them away rather than bring them closer. I'm talking about real, open, and honest conversations. Conversations where both parties feel heard and respected. Ask your teenager about their day. their friends, their dreams. Show genuine interest in their lives. Listen to them without judgment, even if you don't agree with everything they say. This is crucial for building trust. The goal here is to create a safe space where they feel comfortable coming to you with anything. This means being approachable and non-judgmental. Remember, communication is a two-way street. It's not just about talking, it's about listening too. Share your own experiences, your struggles, and your triumphs. This can make them feel less alone in their journey. Let them see that you're human too. Show your vulnerabilities and admit when you don't have all the answers. This kind of vulnerability can go a long way in building a stronger bond with your teenager. It shows them that it's okay to be imperfect. Humor can also be a great tool in communication. Sharing a laugh can break down barriers and make difficult conversations easier. Engage in activities together, whether it's cooking, hiking, or working on a project. These shared experiences can open up avenues for deeper conversations. Conflict is inevitable, but how you handle it can make all the difference. Approach conflicts with a mindset of resolution rather than blame. At the end of the day, your teenager needs to know that you are their ally, not their adversary. A hug, a kind word, or just being there can mean the world to them. Reminisce about the past. Looking at old photos or sharing stories from their childhood can remind them of the strong bond you share. And don't forget to talk about the future. Discuss their goals, aspirations, and how you can support them in achieving their dreams. Celebrate their milestones, no matter how small. These moments of recognition can boost their confidence and reinforce your support. Sometimes, just being present is enough. A quiet moment together can speak volumes and strengthen your connection. So, take a walk, have a chat, and remember that communication is the key to a healthy, strong relationship with your teenager. Because at the end of the day, communication is king. Be the role model. Last but not least, let's talk about the most important tip of all: leading by example. You can't expect your teenager to be respectful if you're not respectful yourself. Think about it. How do you treat your partner, your friends, your colleagues? Do you yell, curse, or belittle others? If so, your teenager is picking up on that. Kids are like sponges. They absorb everything around them. So, if you want your teenager to be respectful, you need to model that behavior in your own life. Treat everyone with kindness, even when it's hard. Show empathy, compassion, and understanding. Remember, you are your teenager's biggest role model, whether you like it or not. They're watching you, learning from you, and mimicking your behavior. So make sure you're setting a good example. You got this. So there you have it, 5 proven tips to discipline a disrespectful teenager. Remember, it's all about setting clear boundaries, being consistent, using positive reinforcement, communicating openly, and most importantly, leading by example. Parenting is a tough job, but it's also the most rewarding job in the world. So keep your head up, stay strong, and never give up on your teenager. You got this. And hey, if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, just remember, you can always re-watch this video. Smash that like button and subscribe for more awesome parenting tips.